Well, I don't know if I would call this the best sandwich in the world, but sometimes you just have to make do with what's available to you. And being an American from the South, living in a Chinese culture, I have to make a sandwich out of the things that are available to me. And this is a damn good sandwich.
Well, the first thing you need to do is go down to the local street market. And you can bypass most of the food, the fish head soup, the stinky tofu. You don't want none of that. You can have some chicken feet if you want, but I don't recommend it. You got a whole piles full of various meats and things. I wouldn't recommend any of that unless of course you want a duck's head there, but they're not too good, so I would recommend finding this guy. This guy is the Squid Man. Now it's important that you pick yourself out a nice fresh squid. You want to find one that hasn't been sitting around, have flies in it or anything. Touch it, poke it, he doesn't care. Once you get one picked out, hand it to him. He'll cut it up a little bit, start cooking it. He'll fillet it out there, open it up, cut the beak out. Beak's no good. You don't want any squid beak. And then he throws it right on the fire. And he just singes it. He'll just start singeing it on the fire, getting it nice and hot, killing any bacteria or anything that could be on it. Most of it's pretty fresh, but after throwing it in fire like that, you don't have to worry about any germs or anything that's going to be on it. So he'll cook it up, get it nice and hot, then he'll paint on a little teriyaki sauce and sprinkle on a little sesame seed and a little bit of chili powder, and then you're good to go. You got yourself a nice squid for making a sandwich. Then you take your bread. I like this bread. It's got some chives and some onions and some garlic on it. Cut your bread and smear on some butter. Get a nice thick coat of butter on both slices of bread, and then you're going to throw it in the frying pan and fry that a little bit. Sprinkle on a little Cajun seasoning on the buttered side. That way when you flip it over, that Cajun seasoning will cook right into that butter there and give you a nice hot crispy piece of bread to work with. Then of course, good sandwich always has some mayo. Smear on some mayo. And some nice Dijon mustard, spicy mustard. Good sandwich always has good condiments, and this next condiment, this is the special ingredient here. This is important. You need yourself some fermented black bean chili, and that's exactly what it is, fermented black beans with hot chili in it. And smear yourself a good helping of that on there. Grind some fresh pepper right on top of it. Gets it a little bit gooey. And then throw on your squid. Now if your squid got cold, you want to toss it in the microwave or something and heat it up. But if you hurry back from the market, it'll still be nice and hot by the time you get home. So spread your squid out. Crumble up a little sharp cheddar cheese on it. I like it when it's crumbly because it melts a lot better on top of the squid, the hot squid. Then for a little bit of freshness, I like to add some lettuce and some tomato. And finally, just a little pinch of salt. And it goes excellent with a little Tsingtao beer, little local China beer.
Well, it might not look too pretty, but it tastes good.